Go. Both teams have dangerous combos for the autonomous period. Lots of synergies on the field of play and potentially going to see a high-scoring match for the autonomous period. 234 doing a little bit less damage than I would expect. And 1501 dropping a couple of game pieces. But so far, the Red Alliance is successful in their ranking points, and so is the Blue Alliance. Both his teams crossing that black taped line and scoring a game piece during the autonomous period. The remainder 2 minutes and 15 seconds is all teleoperators. You and players pick up the controllers and drive the robots that their team built over the past 10 weeks. 234 now snapping into action. They're trying to reduce their cycle times, the time from picking up a game piece to delivering it on the field. They're potentially going for that lowest L1 area. A lot of teams designing for those purple branches, which means it's hard to place in that trough, especially when there's not a lot of things to push against. If a game piece were to exit the field of play, it's returned where it exited. That's especially true for those algae game pieces. There's only a limited amount of those in the field of play, but it'd still be true for coral. But if teams want more coral for their robot, that has to come from their human player coral station, which is those back slotted areas you see surrounding the 3 driver stations. Each alliance has 2 of those. That's made it a lot harder to defend this year, especially since you're only allowed 1 defending a robot at a time. 234 going for quite the wind-up and going directly into 87-42 Argyle attack. They're unfazed, though, and continuing to score on the bottom part of the branches, that L2 area. Still worth 3 points for each of those alliance. Score is currently 54-79 in favor of your Blue Alliance, but plenty of time remaining to change that. Just under 60 seconds in the minute. 1501 Team Thrust, although a little bit sad about their performance during the autonomous period, is making up for it in teleoperated, as they've been non-stop picking up game pieces and placing it into the basket and preparing for filling up their reef. They're about halfway through filling up what they need for that ranking point. The Blue Alliance just now joining them too. Teams hungry for that additional ranking point opportunity, allowing them to increase their ranking point average. With just 30 seconds remaining in the match, we'll have to see how these teams do. At 20 seconds, we'll hear that sonar ping. Means we start to see teams heading over to those cages, all of them electing for deep cages. They could have gone with shallower ones. 1501 already up above off the ground. 74-57 Huskies on Hog joining them. Blue Alliance hoping to sneak in a couple more points. 10-18 elevated off the ground. 74-42 sneaking in just for a few park. And that's all the time we have for qualification match 30. Here's the Finn District Washington event presented by Vincennes University Center for Applied Robotics and Automation and Toyota, Indiana. Stick tight for those scores. This match, that's a score of a coral in that L1 area. Blue Alliance getting the ranking point, the most ranking points at the end for winning the match. Both teams getting points for their work in autonomous and in the end game barge. But ultimately, Blue Alliance with those extra 2 points is going to walk away with those 3 for winning the match. Stick tight for qualification match 31.